It's so nice to see everyone. Thank you for coming. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning once again. I'd like to express the immense pleasure it gives me to welcome you all to the great city of Istanbul for the 86th biannual meeting of IREPAS and our first gathering of 2022. I'm extremely delighted that we are able to meet face-to-face after more than 2 years of not being able to do so because of the, as usual, pandemic. Following several online gatherings, it would be difficult to surpass Istanbul as a setting for our first physical event after the pandemic. Istanbul is a city steeped in history and one of the world's major metropolises, as well as being the only city in the world which stands upon 2 continents. Istanbul has been the capital of 3 major empires, the Roman, Byzantine, and Ottoman. The Republic of Turkey was founded in 1923, with Ankara chosen as its capital. Istanbul has continued to expand dramatically. Today, its population is around 16 million and continues to increase. It remains the commercial and cultural center of Turkey, while 4 major areas in the city have been included in the World Heritage List of UNESCO. Dear colleagues, when we met online back in October last year, I had emphasized that supply was no longer an issue in the market and that demand was expected to be the main driver. With the caveat that the cost of production still was increasing, especially on the energy side. However, the war in Ukraine has changed sentiment in the global long steel products market, as well as fundamentally altering the flow of raw materials and finished products almost overnight. All at once, there was more demand than secure supply in the market. Before the war, the expectations were that demand would determine the direction of prices, contrary to 2021, when supply was a driving factor. However, supply has definitely taken the lead again, and the market is currently distorted. The sudden disappearance of 2 major steel supplying countries from the global market had abruptly changed the supply and demand balance in favor of suppliers in other countries. The spread from raw materials to products has become much bigger than predicted at the beginning of the year. The situation has created many new opportunities, but also major imbalances. Lately, some oversupply is observed here and there in the global long steel products market. In particular, there is a vacuum in the Western markets due to the war in Ukraine. Price hikes were very rapid and very steep, which could be a reason. Energy prices have negatively impacted manufacturing, especially in Europe. Inflation is another factor which has also been having a negative impact on consumption. The pricing premium on ferrous scrap, which was an effect of the Russian invasion of Ukraine, later deteriorated as Russian semi-finished products have been able to find destinations in Asia and Turkey via trading intermediaries. Russian ferrous materials trade at a steep discount to other suppliers with fewer destinations available. The March war premium was lost in April despite the war continuing. On the other hand, even though the Section 232 measures on Japan were lifted following the US-EU agreement on the removal of tariffs, the US Section 232 measures are still in force, as well as the EU safeguards, which make supply in both regions tighter than necessary. Please do allow me to once again emphasize that IREPAS firmly believes that free and fair trade is one of the few unambiguous good principles, and that is based on the idea of comparative advantage. Free and fair trade of commodities around the world allows resources to flow to their point of best use. Countries and companies that have embraced this message have thrived and prospered, whereas those that have tried to close themselves off from this trend have not. Competition increases efficiency and serves customers and the public in general. IREPAS has always and will always continue to support free and fair trade. Dear friends, we are certainly going through a very difficult period. However, it is always encouraging for us that IREPAS platform has provided major assistance to our industry during such rough times, helping to overcome a lot of difficulties through the sense of community it has fostered. This conference always brings together opportunities for dialogue and for meetings with other colleagues from all over the world. It is self-evident that if it is to be successful, any strategy for the improvement of our collaboration and our businesses requires the full involvement of all the members of our community. We have continued to expand as a community every time we get together, and our community can gain increased vigor, depending on the extent and quality of our involvement in the process. I would like to end my words by expressing my sincere wishes for the success of this conference, which is planned to be highly interactive as usual. You will have the opportunity to comment on and influence the decisions at all times. As always, you as participants are the most important element of the meeting, and your active involvement will be essential for the meeting to fulfill its mission. Thank you all. Thank you for being here. Welcome and enjoy the conference. Thank you.